Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to everyday objects that have become obsolete, and yeah, based off the thumbnail, it's just like, it was showing, what, phone booths or something like that? Certain things that were used in the past pretty much that now aren't used or aren't used as much or whatever. Like, for example, red phone boxes in the UK. I can't remember the last time I've seen one. Like, I know they're a thing around the UK and like they are common in certain places that you go to, but where I live, unless I'm just being stupid, there's not any red phone boxes anymore. But or phone boxes in general, to be fair. But we're gonna see what this video shows certain things, and maybe I'll not remember them. Maybe this will be my first time seeing some of these things, and maybe you people watching this reaction will have grown up with these things. But we're gonna see. Hopefully, going to enjoy. Links are in the description to my Patreon if you want to see some more of my videos that I react to different things like TV reactions, movie reactions, music, all that good stuff. But yeah, links are there if you're interested. But let's check out some of these objects that are now not used or not used as much. This is emotional.
Before cell phones were in the pocket of every American, payphones were the only way to make a call when you were out of the house.
So you see how red phone boxes or whatever are sort of seen as a British thing. Our phone booths are a lot more common in the US, where you're not like fully enclosed in like this box thing, but you've got just, it's probably better like this because you can have more space and stuff. But I've never really seen phone booths like this. Even when I grew up, I never saw anything like this. It was always just the boxes. But
you could find payphones on street corners, in public places, and within buildings. They were easy to recognize, especially if they had their own booth, and the distinctive sound of coins dropping into the slot could be heard. With the widespread popularity of cell phones, payphones and phone booths became less and less common, and today they are nearly impossible to find.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. I mean, everyone's got a phone, but
Cigarette vending machines were
cigarette vending machines? What?
once ubiquitous in bars, restaurants, and public places. They offered a convenient way to purchase a pack of cigarettes without having to go to a store. These machines were usually operated with either coins or tokens. However, with the increased awareness of the health risks associated with smoking, cigarette vending machines were banned in many places.
I never even knew that was a thing.
And the remaining machines were slowly phased out because they were in less and less demand.
The more you know. Have they got lighters as well? That is so fascinating. A vending machine for smoking.
TV Guide was a weekly publication that provided a comprehensive list of all the TV shows that were airing that week.
Oh wow.
It was an essential tool for anyone who wanted to keep up with their favorite shows. The TV Guide.
My grandparents used to do this, but it was on like, was it on the newspapers that they got? When I used to go there when I was younger, they would always look on their like papers, whether it was a TV Guide or on like a newspaper. They would look at what show was on certain times. So that was a thing that they used to do. Obviously, they grew up in this generation, so that's probably something they stuck with. But I do have a sort of a memory of these kinds of things just because of going to my grandparents.
Guide was typically delivered to your home or could be purchased at a newsstand. However, with the rise of cable and satellite TV, the number of channels increased dramatically, and it became impossible to fit all the listings in a printed guide. As a result, the TV Guide transitioned to digital platforms, and the printed version became obsolete. Jukeboxes were a staple of American diners, bars.
My friend's dad had a jukebox, and it was so fascinating because they're just one of those things that you rarely see, but when you do, it's just like, wow, this is. I don't know how rare they are, but to own a jukebox, you must be one of the lucky few.
And dance halls. They were a source of entertainment, and people could choose their favorite songs to play. Jukeboxes were typically large and colorful, with bright lights and a variety of music options. But with the rise of digital music and streaming services, jukeboxes became less popular, and today it's pretty rare to find one. Newspaper vending machines were once a common sight on street corners.
Wait, do they have like a vending machine for everything? Newspaper vending machines?
And in many public places. They were a convenient way to get your newspaper if you didn't already have one delivered to your door. These machines were stocked up in the morning with the news of the day, and if you waited too late, they might have all been gone. Newspapers and the industry in general have taken a big hit with the emergence of the internet, with many publications moving toward digital subscriptions. Newspaper vending machines have become much less common, and so today they are difficult to find, and often completely abandoned.
Quick question for like news. Obviously, when you think of like America, one of those things, and not even just America, but it's just a thing that I think of is like the paper round, right? People throwing people's newspapers onto your garden or onto your lawn. Would you pay to get the newspaper weekly or daily or whatever it is, or would you just get the newspaper given to you no matter what? I assume it's people who pay for it, but maybe. Yeah, because they've got like a small bag of them, so it's not everyone that they go to. They'll go to certain houses. I guess it's for people who pay to have the newspapers given to them at their houses.
Phone books were thick directories that contained the names and phone numbers of people and businesses in a particular area.
What the hell?
They were a staple of every household and were typically delivered to your home. Phone books were organized by white pages, which were for residential, and yellow pages, which were for commercial, and they were a valuable resource for finding a phone number. These directories have now been replaced by internet search engines.
I just search on Google for a number for Amazon support. Just search on Google, and that's what it is. It's crazy how different it was, because that's probably not even been a thing for that long. Google searching for numbers has probably only been around for what, 10 years? Only being able to do it that way, maybe even less. So fascinating to see how much harder it would have been to do certain things, just simple things. Obviously, it's not going to cost you so much time. It's just these little things.
And the printed version has become a thing of the past. The $2 bill was a unique currency note that was once part of regular circulation. It featured Thomas Jefferson on the front and the signing of the Declaration of Independence on the back. $2 bills were typically used as change and were considered rare because they were not often seen. These were fun bills to receive in a birthday card, and kids would often collect them. But the demand for physical cash has decreased dramatically, and the production of the $2 bills decreased, making them even more of a collector's item.
Damn.
Vending machines were a convenient way to purchase snacks and drinks on the go. They could
We still have vending machines.
be found in a variety of locations, including schools, hospitals, and other public places. Vending machines were typically operated with coins, and later bills, and they offered a variety of things to choose from, including candy, chips, and beverages. Today, there
Hot coffee, fresh milk, sandwich vending machine, soup vending machine, god damn, chilled fruit vending machine.
are fast food restaurants everywhere you turn, so vending machines are seen as a last resort. They are now found in fewer locations, but still remain in areas where people need a quick snack,
I still
like
see them quite a lot.
airports and train stations.
Yeah. Or gyms. There's always some at gyms, or you see them about like in malls, but they're typically more expensive. So I mean, the idea of just doing that is just a bit like, just go to the shop and get it for 20% cheaper. But you still see them.
Typewriters were once the primary tool for producing written documents. They were found in
Typewriters.
just about every office, and were also used for personal correspondence, so many people had them at home too. Typewriters were operated by pressing keys, which caused a mechanical arm to strike a ribbon and leave an impression on paper. They were reliable and durable, but had limitations in terms of formatting and correcting mistakes. So computers and word processing software made typewriters unnecessary. And today,
Yeah, I make a lot of typing mistakes. What would you do? You're screwed. You just have to do it all again.
they're typically only used by enthusiasts.
Oh, that would be painful, man. You make one mistake, you've got to do it all over again.
Film was once the primary medium for capturing images and recording events. It was used in cameras and movie projectors and was the primary source of entertainment in movie theaters. Film was reliable and produced high-quality images, but had limitations in terms of recording time and editing. With the introduction of digital cameras and editing software, film became less common, and today it is typically used only by die-hard photographers who love the look and process of developing film.
enough.
Fax machines were once the fastest way to send and receive documents over long distances. They were another feature of just about every office. Fax machines used a telephone line to transmit documents between two machines, but they had limitations in terms of resolution and image quality. With email and digital document sharing, fax machines have become much less common, so the ones that are still around are collecting more and more dust. The Rolodex was once an essential organizational tool for desks across the country.
I've never seen this before. What the hell?
It was used to keep track of names, phone numbers, and addresses for business and personal contacts. The Rolodex consisted of a series of cards that were organized alphabetically and could be flipped through easily. But once again, computers and now cell phones have pretty much made the Rolodex completely obsolete. Carbon paper was once a necessary tool for making copies of documents, and credit card imprinters were used to make a physical imprint of a credit card for payment. Carbon paper was placed between two sheets of paper, and then pressure was applied to create a copy of the original. This made paying with a credit card much more time-consuming, so the introduction of a digital payment system was welcomed, making the manual credit card imprinters disappear. All of these objects were once part of our daily lives, but they have seemed to disappear completely. Which of these objects do you miss the most?
Well, that was a eye-opening thing. A lot of these things I'd never seen before, but it just makes you think about how much harder it would have been. How much harder is that even a sentence? How much more difficult it would have been to do just silly little things like looking for a phone number or doing this or doing that. God damn. Also obsolete is the little horsey ride found outside Kmart's. I have no idea what that is. Oh, you probably have those at shops here, to be honest. I can remember the photo booths they used to have at malls and amusement parks in the 70s. You only have photo booths now if you want to get like a picture for your passport, and that is pretty much it. But yeah, it's interesting to see how many things have changed. And also, let me know in the comments if there's more like there's more things that could have been on this video that you can remember from when you grew up or whatever, because yeah, I'd be fascinated to hear about certain things that I maybe don't know about. But that's this reaction, and yeah, until next time, like, subscribe, peace.